Well, hello and welcome. We're back in Path of Exile, and this is basically all that I've been doing over the past week in all my spare time. So, the Grinding Gear Games released a major update to this game about a week ago called the Forsaken Masters. And I have been spending a lot of time on it. This is the character I've been playing the most. It's a spellcaster, because most of the characters I've been playing have been melee characters, you know, sword and shield types, or well, I've got a marauder that I was playing with that was using a mace and shield or two-handed maces. But I want to do something different for this, so I made an arc witch. It's a spellcaster. It's a witch that uses this spell called Arc. It's a lightning spell. It shoots a bolt of lightning out, and it chains. It kind of moves from one monster to another and passes through the crowd, and it is actually fairly devastating. Let's see, where am I? I'm up to the Sarn encampment, which is Act 3 in Cruel difficulty, so I'm a little bit more than halfway through the game. I'm at level 51.
That would just make life complicated.
Would it? Okay. Okay. And let's see. I can show you how I built the character so far here. I started out just using Fireball, because Arc was not available yet. I think Arc is available at level 24, maybe? I forget, but you can't use it when you start out, so I was using Fireball. And I also picked up Raise Zombie. And I've been using that ever since, and it's actually pretty good. I'm using it as a defensive strategy, basically. So I can raise zombies, and they can follow me around, and they can rush into combat, and I can stay in the back and then shoot my spells from the back. You know, arcs or fireballs or what have you. I also got summoned skeletons. The thing about zombies is that you need a fallen monster, a corpse basically, to raise as a zombie. The good thing about summoned skeletons is you can create them without a corpse, and the downside is that they have less life and they don't last as long. They expire after 20 seconds, whereas the zombies do not. They last until they are killed or until you leave the game and come back. Let's see. Also got Conductivity, which is a curse, which all cursed monsters take more damage from lightning. So if there's monsters that have a high lightning resistance, I can curse them and then do more damage. And I've got a few auras here. Discipline, which gives me more energy shield, and also gives energy shield to my zombies, making them a little bit tougher. Lightning Warp, I'm using that basically just to move around, to teleport myself occasionally. I've got Purity of Elements. I was also using Summon Raging Spirit, because that's a level 1 skill that I was using at the beginning, and it's kind of bizarre. When you use it, you summon this flaming skull, which just rushes out from you to the monster, and it just like levitates and bites at the monster. And you can just keep summoning them over and over again, and you can get like 5 or 6 of them all biting a monster at the same time. These burning skulls flying in the air, which is kind of funny, I guess. It does some decent damage. It doesn't really say how much damage it does. Where is that? Pretty. Summon Raging. It doesn't really say how much damage it does. which is interesting, but it wasn't too bad for the early levels. Okay, I've got my summoned skeletons and raised zombies, and I have linked sockets here. So I have them linked with minion life and minion damage. And I also have a minion speed right here, which if I get a 5 link, I'll add minion speed. And let's see, I've got arc linked to lightning penetration and item rarity so that I can get more valuable drops. So, but although I could put something in there, like if I get spell echo, I'll put it in there and then I'll be able to cast lightning faster. Passive tree. Alright, here's the witch spot where I started out from. This is how I built the character. I went... See, my plan initially was to go for Chaos Inoculation, which makes you immune to chaos damage, which is what they call poison in this game, poison damage. So you're immune to poison, that's the plus. The negative is that your maximum life becomes 1 point. As you can see right now I have 882 life and over 1,000 on my energy shield. So if you get this, you have to have a good energy shield, otherwise everything will just kill you in one shot. So I've been building my energy shield, then I will eventually get that. Let's see, so these are all energy shield, more mana, energy shield. This boosts my lightning damage. These are minion skills here to make my zombies stronger. This is all elemental damage, energy shield, and here are some minion nodes here. I'm going to get these. And I've started to fill in this circle here. This is all lightning damage, increased ability to shock and shock duration. So if you shock a monster with your lightning, it will take an extra 50% damage. I think it's something like that. But it takes more damage when it's shocked. So if you shoot your lightning, shock it, and then hit it again, then it takes additional damage. What else? I've got extra mana here. I've got these, getting these minion nodes. That's pretty much all I've done so far. Additional things I can get in the future. These couldn't hurt. Cast speed, more damage. I'll get all these, get all these, get that one. When I get that, I'll be able to get one more zombie. I have I can get 5 maximum right now. And let's see, one more shock, and then once I get into merciless mode, I'll probably get the Chaos Inoculation and then boost my energy shield with these 3. And after that, I'm not sure. I think that's achievable probably by level 60 or so. I should get most of that. So yeah, let's take her out for a spin. Oh, and Forsaken Masters, they give you a hideout. I created this hideout. It's not very pretty. It's just the ancient library one. I bought this crap to decorate it. I've got a tree here and a rug, and I don't know why I did that, but I've got the Templar Master and the Witch Master here. I've got these things. You can use these. The masters give these to you after you earn enough reputation with them, and then you can add things to your gear, which is pretty cool. I did that on this armor here. You can see at the bottom it says plus 31 to maximum mana. That was something that I added to it. Yeah, my gear is pretty lackluster at this point. I think I'm using 2 wands. I think I'll eventually go with a wand and a shield. So would add to my survivability to have some blocking. Anyway, I'm just rambling on here, so let's go to the marketplace. First thing I do, well, I find a champion right off the bat. Let's throw down some skeletons. Grab them with the arc. And I'll raise them up as zombies. And oh, forgot to turn on my aura. Let's turn on the energy shield aura. So now my zombies have an energy shield. Let's see what we can find down here. Two chromatic items right off the bat. There's some statues. Oh. Snake things. You can see this is a level 48 area. I'm level 51, so I'm not too overpowered for the area. Look how fast arc takes things down. Just have to shoot it once or twice. And let's just fall down. Let's wake up these statues here. It's not a great single target spell. Oh, let me show you that. These flying skulls. See if I can find some monsters here. Out and chew up the soldiers. I suppose you could even make it into a viable skill if you added extra damage, like minion damage or whatever. The arc is much faster. It's really pretty good.
You there! Let me bend your ear for a minute.
Okay.
Even more full of yourself than last time, I see. The bigger the head, the badder the fall, my old man used to say. Walk around Rayclass with an attitude like that, and you're going to wind up in some undying's larder. Allow me to arrange the beating of some sense back into you.
Okay.
Shortly, this place will be crawling with dummies. No, not blackguards. Metal counterfeits that we can slaughter willy-nilly, guilt-free. You kill more than I do, you win. Are you game?
Well, alright. See, this is one of the Forsaken Masters. You just encounter them randomly as you're playing. Wish I had my skeleton. I don't know, can I change it? Yeah, I can change it here. Okay. Alright, let's
If you're going to lose, at least lose with style. If you're going to lose, at least lose with style. If you're going to lose, at least lose with style.
Did I lose?
Now here I was going on about your inflated head, but it was my head that got shrunk faster than a pair of testicles in an ice bath. I won't be underestimating you again in a hurry. Well then, don't the spirit of Duresso smile on you. I'm still his favorite, of course, but he's got plenty of love to go around. Speaking of sharing the love, come see me on your next jaunt into the Sun encampment. I reckon we've got some talking to do.
Alright, I'll talk to you later. So I actually won that. It's such a mess here, I couldn't even see. Well, anyway, let's look for Marseilles, the painted one here. I'm gonna curse these guys. Skeletons. He's really not that tough. He's usually really tough for a melee character, but once he can stand back and let your zombies take the majority of the beating, it's not too bad. Now, in games like this where you get a lot of freedom in how you build your character, I have a tendency to build my characters in strange ways, you know, like making a character that's typically a melee fighter and make him into a bow user, or vice versa. Like I made a ranger character that only did melee damage and traps too. So I like to do like more interesting, unusual builds. This spellcasting witch is kind of unusual for me in that it's kind of a powerful build. Most of my characters are interesting, but they're not that effective. So, well, this is the teleport skill. Oops. It's a tree, it's not a monster. So I don't know how good this character is going to be in the long run, but it's doing pretty well now towards the end of second difficulty. So, yeah. I just wanted to ramble on a little bit about the fact that I'm playing Path of Exile, as you probably guessed, because I'm not making a lot of videos lately. So here I am making a video about a game that I'm playing instead of making videos. Anyway, that is it for now. Thank you for watching.